tactically speaking, what can this audience here in the room, watching all around the world, if they can say to themselves in true self-awareness, I'm not gifted with turn of phrase, I may not be very comfortable speaking, I'm not an extrovert, all of the things that are reality, but they still have to communicate effectively. They don't have to be orators.
Sure.
What would you say to them would be maybe step one to just be a effective communicator?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked the question. Because when people ask me, how do I communicate effectively? It's very simple. Get over yourself. Just get over yourself. I tell people all the time, you ought to laugh at yourself more because everyone else is. And whenever I see people that are not able to communicate effectively, it's because they're focused on themselves. You see, if I come out and I'm saying, boy, I hope I do a good job and I hope the people like me and I hope, now I'm focused on me. And it's impossible for me to focus here and focus there also. I've got to make a decision. It's either going to be all about you or it's going to be all about me. And if it's all about you, I'm going to communicate very well. And you're going to be able to feel that. You're going to be able to sense that I really want to help you and add value to you. If it's all about me, it doesn't go very far. So the ability and the willingness to be confident enough to just really understand it's not about me. I remember when I did the book, The 16 Laws of Communication, we did a video shoot of that book. And I started, the whole video, Ken, started with me out there sitting in a seat where they are. And my opening statement is all great communication doesn't start on the stage. It starts in the seat here. In other words, for me to connect and communicate well with you, I have to understand it's all about you. And that my success has everything to do with when I'm done teaching, you don't say, Maxwell's amazing. You walk out feeling empowered and equipped and saying, I can be amazing. The moment I can put it to where you are and help you there, then we're going to cook really good.
What have you done intentionally to become a great communicator?
Well, I think that I was a natural communicator, I would say, but I wasn't really that good. As I look back, I think I was kind of terrible, to be honest with you. But what I knew as a very young communicator was that I had the ability to say things in an interesting way, that I could kind of put a turn on a phrase or a thought that would make people kind of lean in and look. So that would probably be the naturalness of it. And when I started off, as you know, Ken, as a pastor, and my first church was a little country church in southern Indiana. Beautiful, beautiful people, but their expectation of communication wasn't very high. They were farmers, and they were just grateful to come together and have some young kid kind of preach. And this is what I think I want everybody to hear. Within about 3 months of pastoring that little church, I realized that I had enough natural skills that if I wanted to, I could wing it. That I could every Saturday night get a scripture verse, get a couple stories, get up and probably exceed the expectations of everybody there in the church. And so it was very tempting because, I mean, you don't have to work hard if you wing it. You just kind of wing it. And I really had an internal struggle for probably 3 months, 4 months of, am I going to wing it or am I going to work for it? And I made a decision. I didn't make it quickly. I made a decision to work for it. And if somebody would ask me what the key to my communication skills today would be, I would tell them that for 50 plus years, I have not been lazy. I've worked hard, I've prepared hard, I've written everything I've ever taught out word by word, not to memorize it so much, but the discipline of being definitive and accurate and different. So the working on it, I think, is where I am today, and probably I just wish people could have heard. If you could have heard me when I started, all of you would be greatly encouraged. You really, you just would be. You would just say, oh my gosh, he wasn't that good. And I wasn't that good. I'm not being humble. I just wasn't that good. But the work for it, and I still do, by the way.
Yeah.
I could by this time, after 92 books and a whole bunch of stuff, I could wing about anything. But the lesson I'm going to give today is a brand new lesson. I've never taught it before. And, I was up early this morning in my room working on it. And I've been back in the green room working on it. And I'll be working on it till I come out and trying to improve it and try to, to tweak it. So I think the point about anything of excellence, here's the point. You see greatness and you see people who worked for it. You don't sustain a level of high excellence without paying a price for it. So in communication, I think I do pretty good at that.
Yeah.
But I work for it.